We are covering a variety of news because it's our Friday episode. And let me tell you, I don't think the temperature is coming down at all. If anything, it seems like somebody turned the temperature on extremely high. We're at a boiling point here. And what's my evidence for this? Well, taking some time away from social media and then coming back and watching how unhinged the Democrat Party is. You could see it during the hearing with Kash Patel, Cory Booker losing his mind. Then you got Jasmine Crockett making her rounds on all these podcasts and news interviews, still not cooling down the temperature. Ilhan Omar basically says something about Charlie Kirk in a negative manner. Then you got freaking Jimmy Kimmel acting like an idiot on the media side of things. You got them all upset that Jimmy Kimmel was let go or suspended for a while, but it's okay when they come after us for saying things like a man could be a man and a woman could be a woman. See, we get suspended for saying objective truths. Again, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. But when they start lying, saying that a guy that assassinated Charlie Kirk is a MAGA supporter, now you're just lying, and now you're just spreading propaganda, and now you're just adding fuel to the fire. But when you get let go because of things like that, because you're just straight out lying, people are totally mind blown. Now, I'll be fair. I don't think Jimmy Kimmel actually should have been let go. I think he has every right to say and spew as much nonsense as he wants. But when you start doing it to us, well, now you open that doorway. So the Democrats like to open a lot of doors, but when those doors start, slamming on their little pinky finger, ouchie, ouchie, they get upset. Really stupid analogy. Didn't land really what I wanted it to, but it worked nonetheless. Good morning, Patriots. It's good to see you. We got a lot of news to cover, but if you could, once you step into the chat, make sure you let us know who you are and if it's your first time here so we can give you a shout out. Again, Friday episodes are a little bit more loose in the sense of, well, we kind of hit the chat a little bit more than we do in the Monday through Thursday show. But as you see in the title, the radical left is on the rise, man. And it seems as though more people are leaving the Democrat Party, but also more people are becoming radicalized to be a part of the left, if that makes sense. So in a way, the left is growing. The Democrat Party is somewhat shrinking. And, that just could lead to more and more chaos. So if you could also hit that like button, it'd be greatly appreciated. We're sponsoring our show today by baldbrad.com. If you head to baldbrad.com, you can get yourself some merchandise, some goodies. Baldbrad.com, again, looks like this. I made it myself. Don't you judge me. I did this myself. And if you head to the store, up at the top, you get yourself some goodies here, some t-shirts, some Bald Brad Show logo, something simple. I'm a simple man, simple mind. But if you look at these are cool. It's the American Patriot shirt with the Minutemen in the middle. So this represents us as the Bald Brad Army. So give me liberty or give me death. Absolutely. I love the shirt. It's the shirt that I own. It's the shirt that I wear. I am all about it. And then we also have a book, Trojan Horse, How the Left is Destroying America. If you click on this button right here, this big old button, it'll take you to Amazon and you get yourself a copy of this. It is on sale right now. I think you get it for like $13, which is cheaper than ever. I don't know who the hell's running that account over there, but damn, you're getting a deal. So it's a great book. It's a timely book. And it talks about how the left has entered into our country and we allowed it to happen just in the same way that the Greeks sent the Trojan horse into Troy and it destroyed one of the greatest cities that's ever existed. In the same way here, the left's ideology is inside of America right now, like a Trojan horse, and it is crippling and destroying our country in real time. So pick up yourself a copy for you, your friend, a family member. Christmas is coming up. Now's the time to get it on sale. You hold on to that for a little bit, and you give it as a Christmas gift. Well, again, I see all you writing good morning in the chat. Appreciate you. You're always here. We got the regulars. It is inside of America. With that being said, let's jump into the news. Radical left is on the rise, man, and Democrats are embracing socialism, meaning the temperature is not cooling, the temperature is rising, and things are getting a little bit bad. And, this could lead into the destruction of New York City, which, hey, you know what? I don't live there. I'm curious to see what happens with all these Democrats voting leftist. Well, CNN reported this week that the popularity of socialism, check this out, among Democrats has actually soared from a paltry 7% approval. Look at this. You're going to fall over your chair. If you're driving, pull over, please. Seriously, if you are driving, pull over. Democrats have soared from a 7% approval for socialism in 2010 to more than 36% in 2025. That's wild. Wild. Look at this net popularity of socialism among Democrats. Let's see this.
I'm not really surprised that Kathy Hochul decided to, in fact, endorse Zohran Mamdani, because the fact is, socialism is not a four-letter word in Democratic primaries, not among Democratic voters. It's a five-letter word in the minds of a lot of Democrats, that five-letter word being great. Look at this. Net popularity of socialism among Democrats. You go back to 2010, it was plus 7 points. Look how high it is now, up like a rocket, up to
That's
plus
crazy.
36 points. That's a jump of nearly 30 points on the net popularity scale among Democrats in just 15 years. And I was looking at the polling from New York City, and what you see is the clear plurality of New York City Democrats think the idea of having a socialist mayor is a good idea, matching what we see nationally. The bottom line is socialism isn't a dirty word among Democrats at this particular point. It's actually a word that, when attached, Democrats seem to like it.
That's a huge jump, and that's not that long ago, let me add.
No.
What about capitalism?
Yeah, okay, so if all of a sudden socialism is now a five-letter word, great. What I would say is capitalism in the mind of Democrats is a three-letter word, bad. What are we talking about? Net popularity of socialism among Democrats. Look at this trend. It was plus 8 points in 2010 on the positive side of the ledger. Look at where we are in 2025. Down. Falling through the floor at minus 13 points. That's a drop of over 20 points in just 15 years. So we see the exact opposite trend that we see at socialism, which is up and away. What we see with capitalism is down through the floor.
Okay, we're talking about Democrats here. What about...
This guy's actually growing on me. He's super goofy, but he doesn't seem like the type of guy that's going to BS you. He's just like to the point. One of the reasons I think this might have happened, and we'll continue the clip in just one moment, is because if people are leaving the Democrat Party and becoming independent, kind of like we see with Anna Kasparian, you see people like Donald Trump, or you see Elon Musk and Tulsi Gabbard, RFK Jr. There's people leaving the Democrat Party. So if you have all the sane people, the people actually have their head on straight, that like capitalism, that are just old school, like JFK, Clinton era Democrats, well, if they leave your party and go independent, then all that's left in the party are the people that don't like capitalism but love socialism. So the Democrat Party inherently is becoming more radicalized and left.
If you look at the larger population, Harry, is it the same type of thing?
This is where the danger is for Democrats, because if socialism plays in Democratic primaries, it does not play in the general electorate. What do we see going on here? Net popularity among all adults. Capitalism is on the positive side of the ledger at plus 12 points. Socialism way underwater at minus 18 points. So that's capitalism running away by 30 points over socialism. That is why Republicans are thanking their lucky stars if Mamdani, in fact, wins the general election, because they feel like they can play off of him, because socialism may play in New York City among Democrats, but among the general electorate, Donald Trump and the Republicans are saying, hey, look at the socialist mayor in New York City. This is what we're dealing with. So again, something may play in Democratic primaries. It may play in the very Democratic city of New York. But among the general electorate, Republicans are salivating at the idea that they can run against a Democratic socialist being the mayor of New York City.
Interesting way to break down those numbers, Harriet, and thank you.
Always interesting with you.
Oh, and by the way, he's correct. I mean, every Republican, even if they're lying about it, are going to be pointing towards Mamdani and the support, because New York City ain't getting better, folks. I hate to tell you, it ain't getting better, because they're not going to put in a Republican. They're going to put in some sort of Democrat. It really doesn't matter who it is. You put in Mamdani, he's still going to make stupid policies, because let's say he doesn't put any socialist policies in. He's going to put forward Democratic policies. Democratic policies haven't worked for decades. Look at California. Look at Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, D.C., New York City. I mean, you you can throw a dart at the board and you're going to hit it. Democrat policies don't work. They'll think that they work because they want to think Republicans are destroying everything, even though Republicans never set foot as a leader in their state or in their locality or wherever. It doesn't matter. It's never even touched foot where they're at, but it's Republicans' fault. Sure. So we could point towards Mamdani and be like, look what you're doing. Socialism getting a little crazy over there, even though maybe he's not even putting forth any socialist policies. But it's like, oh, look at what happened to socialists. You want to know how run down New York City is? You guys, I always share this. We're in 2025. Just last year, listen carefully, just last year, New York City, one of the oldest cities in the Union, just got trash cans. You know those trash cans that we all have that we just pull out to our curb that we got decades ago? They just got trash cans. And it was like the biggest thing for them. Like, oh my God, Sure. I mean, if that's a big deal for you, I guess bread lines, you're going to love those too. It's like, well, I've never experienced a bread line before, nor do I want to, but they, hello, they love the crime. They love all this stuff. So check this out. At a town hall earlier this month, New York Democratic mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani and Vermont socialist in chief Senator Bernie Sanders displayed their devotion to socialism. This is where they start doing the kumbaya together, right? And start praising all the countries that have socialism, but they'll never praise the one where socialism doesn't work because it destroys their entire narrative. That's why they keep moving the goalposts to this country, this and then just this one. But the other 100 ones that didn't work out, 100, you heard me say that correctly. Yeah, they don't want to, you can't talk about those with them. Oh, it wasn't tried hard enough. It's like, okay, sure it wasn't. Bernie, sure. Devoted most of their energy blaming the usual scapegoats, billionaires, corporations, Republicans, and of course, President Donald Trump. Man, like who are they going to blame when Donald Trump isn't in office anymore? That's the question, right? Once Donald Trump's done in 3 years, what are they going to blame on? It's going to be interesting to see how that Trump derangement syndrome continues on, even though Trump has nothing to do with anything. It's going to be really fascinating to watch. It's going to be fascinating to watch of them blaming Donald Trump. He's like, he's not even here. Like, he hasn't been here for a while. Like, what are you doing? What are you talking about, man, you weirdo? Mamdani railed against Trump's tax legislation, calling it a wealth transfer, as if the city's poverty and housing crisis suddenly began in 2016. This just shows you this guy has no idea how taxes work. And this is the people they want to put forth in leadership. This is very common in Congress, just altogether. I've shared with you, most people in Congress have not ran a business. They've not even worked in a business, and they didn't even go to business school. So I don't think you have to go to business school to learn business. Hell, you can just read a book. Just judging by their actions, they don't even read a book. They don't have a clue in Congress, and they're the ones telling all of us what to do with our money. Are you kidding me? They're the ones telling all of us how to handle our business, creating tax law or legislation. And you're the ones that are going to tell us how to run things. Yeah, I don't think so. That doesn't work out for me. So Mamdani now is going to tell you that you're having a wealth transfer, even though nothing's really changed. If anything, your taxes are better now because you're saving more money. Pat with the 5 membership. Pat is a moderator, by the way. Shout out to the moderator for giving people 5 membership. The man believes in the show. Not only does he volunteer his time, but he also puts his money where his mouth is. The guy has a cup. He has a mug. He has everything. Pat, we love you. Appreciate you, brother. God bless you. 5 memberships for the Balt Brad Show. Going to Starchild. Angel. Look at Angel's getting something. Hell yeah. I love that for you, girl. Krager's longtime viewer. Anonymous has been here for a while as well. Joanne's mom. Seen you. So shout out to you guys for becoming members now. That's awesome. You deserve it. Sorry, everybody over at Rumble. You don't get memberships. Only at YouTube. Oh, Krager's over at Rumble. You dog you. Well, Krager, you got a membership over on YouTube. So shout out to you. Alrighty. Well, it continues here. So again, it's just a wealth transfer. Folks, how far do I break this down to show the idiocracy of this, a wealth transfer? It's tax legislation. It's going to the government. What are you talking about? A wealth transfer? It's not like, I don't, whatever. As if the city's poverty and housing crisis suddenly began in 2016, he glossed over New York City's decades of Democrat mismanagement. That's what I've been calling out. Choosing instead to indict the president for everything from hunger to homelessness. According to Sanders, check this out. The United States is now an oligarchy run by cartoon villains such as Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Rupert Murdoch. He lamented the 6 media conglomerates that supposedly control everything America reads and thinks, somehow omitting the overwhelmingly liberal slant on most mainstream outlets. Yeah, you have the entirety of Hollywood. You have the entirety of the education system. You have the entirety of pretty much government, if you look at it correctly. But all these people here are they're not even Republicans. I'm gonna lose it. Elon Musk is not a Republican. Jeff Bezos is not a Republican. So all these oligarchs that he's talking about are all freaking either independents or they're Democrats. The 1%, Joe. When he's on Joe Rogan's, the Waltons, the Walmarts. Before it was all about millionaires, right? Then when he became a millionaire, all of a sudden, oh shit, the millionaires. We're looking at the 1% of millionaires. That's a pretty good impression, by the way. I gotta give myself that. That's a very good impression for 6 a.m. in the morning. Do you see the crazy congresswoman screaming at Donald? Yeah, we'll get to that. That's a good clip to play. We'll put that one up after this one, Chris. I like that. For notable examples of how socialism fails, one need to look no further than countries that implemented socialist or communist policies such as Venezuela. One of Latin America's wealthiest countries, well, they got hyperinflation up to 1,000,000% in 2018 and massive shortage of food and medicine. But don't worry, breadlines are good, according to Bernie Sanders. No. Shortages are good. That's what this is not my idea. This is not me spewing a bunch of nonsense. I'm just telling you what Bernie Sanders said. He said breadlines are good. You get breadlines with stuff like 1,000,000% inflation. Yeah, people are eating their dogs and cats, quite literally. And no, not in Ohio, like we were saying immigrants were doing. No, they are eating cats and dogs because they have to stay alive. Like their average body weight has actually dropped pretty dramatically in Venezuela. Well, you have the Soviet Union, where it's Marxist, Leninist communism led to famines and economic stagnation in the 1980s. But don't worry, we can't look at those. No, you shouldn't look at those whatsoever, you guys. Cuba, which is chronic economic stagnation, or North Korea, where 2.3 million people died of starvation in the 1990s. You can't look at those either. Because if you look at those, well, that's not real socialism, as we're told by actual socialists. They say that socialism just wasn't really tried. They didn't implement it correctly, is what they say. Yeah, gotcha. You just didn't do it right. Sure, you didn't. Alrighty. Well, if you're enjoying what you're hearing, again, we do this each and every morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on weekdays. But, and we go over, as you can see in a moment, we're going over a lot of different news, but we always spend a little bit more time in our main story of the day, which is what that was all about, on how radicalism is taking over the Democrat Party and the Democrats are leaving the Democrat Party. Well, as Chris mentioned in the chat, again, if you guys want to see a specific video, this is what it's all about. You and us could watch these videos together. But Byron Donaldson, and we call him Byron, he had an exchange with, I don't know how to say this. He had an exchange with a prominent left-leaning Democrat yesterday. And I'm talking like full-blown Karen moment. I got to pull up it. Here we go. I got to find it. Had a full-blown Karen moment screaming at Byron Donalds yesterday and just going off. So here's that clip. Rip to your ears. And this is not exactly something you want to experience at 6:20 in the morning, but we're going to play it. Listen to this lady.
And I think it's really important. We need to stand up against this fascist takeover. That's not a bad word. It's a fact. And here in D.C. and across the country, it is so incredibly important, Mr. Chair, that this committee does not allow rhetoric that defames and or paints Washington, D.C. in a way that you all haven't really truly seen. You're just reading it. No, you're just reading it or something off of some.
Will the gentlelady yield to a question?
Yeah, I think it's really important.
Will the gentlelady yield?
No, I don't yield. I don't even have time. I can tell you.
Your time's expired.
It is expired, but Mr. Chair,
been,
but you all live here, and you're not telling people the beautiful parts that you do see in our nation's capital. And no, it's just wrong how we're doing it.
Chairman, I think it's insane that the gentlelady doesn't have an argument, but she's going to refer to me and some of my colleagues.
Mr. Donald,
we were from the Third Reich. This is insane.
You're going to look at 14, 15-year-olds as a bunch of criminals?
It's insane. Do I look like a member of the Third Reich to you, Ms. Tlaib?
Please.
Is that what I look like to you?
You're the one taking your voting card.
Is that what you think? Is that what you think? Is that what you think?
No, that's unethical.
I think it's radical and I think it's insane. And I'll respect everything that you say. But to say something like that to myself and all of my colleagues is way out of line. It's way out of line. It's way out of line.
Regular order, Mr.
Way out of line.
Regular order.
That's okay. But it's okay, right?
That is not how it goes.
It's okay, right?
You hold yourself accountable before you talk about
Hold myself accountable. Hold your own self accountable. How about that? Hold your own self accountable. How about that?
Free DC and make sure you vote with your own voting card. Don't be giving it to somebody else.
Tlaib. All right, time.
How about time? Everybody get in. Yep. Everybody come in. Getting close. Huddle time. Huddle time. Yep. Yep. Come on. Yep. Like calling in cats. Do you think that's how Democrats call each other? You know, the ones that are the furries, the weirdos, when they dress up as cats inside their home and they want to be called like Kitty. They go, th-. You think their handler goes, meow, come here, meow. Fucking weirdos. All right, powwow time. Gentlemen, it's mostly for you. But ladies, we're inclusive. there's Pat, Craig are in here, Steve's in here, Keith's in here. The gentlemen are in here, right? You go over to YouTube, we got a lot of gentlemen. Okay, David's here. I see all of you. Okay, Chris. Okay, Kenneth. Can you imagine being with this woman right here? You guys should go kiss your wives right now because they are not like this. I have dated women like this in my 20s when I was in college. There's a reason why I don't play the lottery. I won the lottery with my wife. We all dodged a bullet here. This is what they do to you, man. This is why I said the temperature is not changing in this country, because these people are psycho. Calling people on the right Nazis and Byron Donalds is black. Hey, kudos to her. She doesn't see color. But I mean, it is the wildest. They will go out of their way, and I've actually seen it. They will call Jewish people Nazis. This is how deranged they. And I said it yesterday. I'm not talking about the Democrat Party. I am specifically talking about the progressive left. There is no reality. They just are so emotional. The rationale is gone. And that is dangerous because you cannot work with somebody like that. You cannot try to speak with somebody. You can't talk somebody down. They'll just fucking kill you. I'm sorry to cuss, but they will. And I don't know how to tell you guys this. That side, I'm not talking about Democrats. I am talking about the left, man. They will just kill you. They can't name a single conservative that did something to the left that the left did to Charlie. You cannot name a single conservative out there. I've always said I'm a fiscal conservative. I'm a registered Republican. You can't do it. It doesn't exist. So for them to say that we need to tone down our temperature and we should just unite, I don't want to unite with evil. The left is evil. I've seen it. I wrote an entire book on it. They are targeting people. They're creating hit lists. They throw out bomb threats. They SWAT your house. They try to get you fired. They follow you. They slander your name. I mean, the list goes on and on. They violently attack journalists like Andy Ngo. They create entire organizations that will go out and destroy buildings. They'll burn private property. They'll destroy things left and right. Their ideology sucks. I mean, it's not like I'm just pulling this out of my you-know-what. I've watched it. Since Barack Obama's time, these psycho leftists go out and target people. And in some cases, they target their own people. And then their own people go, yeah, they're just expressing themselves. No, they just knocked out your 2 front teeth, you idiot. What are people saying about this? Let's see here. Oh, Byron posted that. Byron's the one that posted it. Let's see here. Let's go. What are people posting? This nonsense must stop. Speaker Johnson, you have the power to, as House Speaker, to stop this. Remove any House member from all committees who accuses others of being a Nazi or fascist. Yeah, that'd be nice, but I mean, it's not. Nothing happens to the left, right? I mean, finally, you're starting to see something happen where they're getting fired, I guess, or suspended. But this is what they want to tear down even me for, right? Get married, have children, build a legacy, pass down your values, pursue the eternal, seek your true joy. If you push this, right, you are a radical extremist in this country, according to the progressive left. If I tell you not to commit crime, to get a good education, take personal responsibility, save your money, stop putting everything on credit cards, pursue Christ, go to church, try to correct yourself, always pursue after happiness if you're dealing with depression, like that, all of that I just said, which is my platform, which is just conservative ideas. It's just common sense, really. That will get you killed nowadays. That's how far off we are as a country. The seek true joy isn't that what I preach all the time? Is the pursuit of happiness, the Aristotelian ideology that they've been looking for of how to find for literally hundreds and hundreds of years, and that you have to find that joy yourself. You have to pursue after it. That it's not always just going to come to you. It's crazy that these are now radical ideas according to the left, which they're not radical ideas. The left is just radicalized to where now they'll just delete you for holding these values. And how do I know that? Well, they think you're terrorists. And how do we know that? Again, we're going to go back to the Biden DHS advisory board that called you all terrorists, including myself. They'll call it to your face. You're fascists, right? You're fascists for some reason. You're fascists for wanting these things right here. I know. We're all used to it at this point. We're racist, we're bigots, we're sexist, we're transphobes, we're Zionists. I mean, the list is really endless. And it almost seems like every year they try to tack on a new things. There's things they call us, folks, in the chat. We're community. Whatever they call me, they're calling you. Because we all hold pretty much the same values. I'm not saying on everything, but we're pretty damn close, which is why I think you keep coming back. I don't know. There's words that they say I don't even know. Like there's something new out there every year, it seems like, where it's like, I don't even know what that means. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So people popping off here. Oh, did you guys see this yesterday? So people were out prancing around in the streets of New York. It was a Black Lives Matter protest allegedly happening. And they're saying, F Charlie Kirk, spit on your grave. They can't even speak properly. It's spit on your grave. But if you look at the scarf they're wearing, that's a tell.
Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Racist bastard! Racist bastard! Piss on your ashes! Piss on your ashes! Spit on your grave! Spit on your grave! I'll never be a...
Right. Mask, face covered, doesn't even have the balls to show his face, right? But don't worry, you guys are brave, right? They're the resistance, they're resisting, but it's like your face is covered, bro. Your face is covered. You're wearing the scarf. That's like free Palestine stuff. And again, I don't want anything bad to happen to the Palestinians. It's terrible what's going on over there. But, you know, you anytime you talk about that, right, you bring up the fact that all I mentioned was we know what your ideology is automatically with this. It's like you're a Zionist, right? You love Israel. You're just bought and paid off by the Israelis. It's like something with like zero proof, zero evidence. It's just a way for them, again, to make themselves feel better. A lot of this is just projecting.
Slave! I'll never be a 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 slave! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie!
I just realized this is literally like 12 people. I thought this was bigger yesterday when I saw the clip really quickly. It's literally like 12 people. The dude got some friends that he probably found off Reddit and was like, hey guys, we're gonna go walk down the street really quick. We're gonna make some waves here.
Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk!
But don't worry, you guys bring down the temperature. Yeah, you guys in the chat, all of us need to bring down the temperature.
Piss on your ashes! Piss on your ashes! Spit on your grave! Spit on your grave!
Yeah. You all bring down the temperature. You need to change the way you are, and you're the problem, not these people. And what they say is, "Oh, well, you did this because you paraded after George Floyd." George Floyd was a drug addict. George Floyd had a lot of problems. He was a criminal. He committed crimes. Charlie Kirk was a father that led people to Christ and allowed people to speak freely, wasn't committing crimes, was a good guy, clean, not on drugs. I mean, it's amazing how they can compare this to George Floyd. Yeah. Mind you, black opportunities. Just a question. Is this guy creating black opportunities in predominantly black areas? Why are you protesting this right here? Why are you not in the black predominant areas, like maybe the projects or something? There's white people there too. Why are you not going over there, mowing some lawns, cleaning up the localities for? I always love this, that people just grandstand all the time. Like, I'm going to stand for Black Lives Matter. Okay, well, you were given millions of dollars. I have not heard of any locality being cleaned up with those millions of dollars. I have not heard you saying, hey, we'll work with the churches to get out there and clean up these localities, clean up the streets. We would love to get more police officers out there to stop the crime, teach these young kids about finances so they don't think that they need to be in gangs and sell drugs all the time. It's all BS. At the end of the day, it's all BS, and we all know it. We all know it. Well, we have more news here, but if you haven't already, hit that like button. It does help support the show. Also, if it's your first time here, again, we do this each and every morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Would love to know if you're a first-time viewer in the chat. Everybody in the chat is a regular, by the way. We all know each other's names. We've been with each other for years. And we come here because we have a good time and we get along. And even if you don't agree with us totally, that's okay. Come hang out. Most of my viewers are independents. We got a lot of Republicans and conservatives. But again, the shocking thing was, again, mostly Republicans. All righty. Well, the charades continue. Sometimes I do love a little drama, just a little bit. I used to really love drama in the 20s, watching much reality TV. Not so much anymore. But Steak and Shake, erects, got to be careful with that, okay? Easy, Joe Biden. We're not talking about children here, Joey. Erects billboard. I'm sorry. Yeah, you know what? let me backtrack here really quick. I apologize, you guys. Yes. Okay. I'm apologizing for that. Yeah. It was funny though. Some of you spit out your coffee because I used the word erect and Joe Biden in the same sentence with children. Yep. It's a disgusting joke. It's a really dark joke. Steak and Shake erects billboard targeting Cracker Barrel CEO and proxy battle. So this is something Steak and Shake's been doing for a while and always poking the bear. Well, under activist investor, Sardar, is that how you say his name? Sardar? Has intensified its proxy battle against Cracker Barrel by placing a Nashville billboard that demands the removal of CEO Julie Massino, accusing the board of favoring DEI policies over shareholder value. This follows Cracker Barrel's August rebranding, which modernized its logo and decor, but faced backlash for erasing Southern traditions. I mean, the amount of money that they lost, they spent, I think, like, wasn't it like $700 million or something like that, or 70 million, some crazy number on this rebranding that just flopped, and they lost a ton of market value. Look at this, leading to a swift reversal and an 8% forecasted drop in restaurant traffic. Yeesh. Shares plunged 10% after a weak fourth quarter earnings, with Cracker Barrel defending the CEO's remodel decision and menu strategies while labeling Steak and Shake's efforts self-interested. So here's that. Fire the I mean, that's actually a good billboard. yeah. Talk about a rebranding. Dude, some people are really good at just trolling and really, they're just good. And sometimes that comes from both sides, the left and the right. Like, you got to give credit where credit's due. This is one of those where I'm going to give credit to. Uses the new logo design and the font and just keeps it simple. Oh, God. You know, sometimes human beings, like, you do see the light at the end of the tunnel with them. You know what I mean? Like, there's intelligence out there. Like, the people can be crafty and fun and creative. I love that. So there's Steak and Shake. And the RFK's there. Look at him with this weird ass pose. A little pigeon toed. I like that. Freaking weirdo RFK. He's grown on me. He's a little different, but I like it. Oh, goodness. What a strange obsession. I wouldn't step foot in a Steak and Shake. Well, nobody cares. You don't need to go post that on social media. Nobody cares. You know, if you guys notice, I don't post a lot of my thinking on social media. I don't know if you've noticed that. I don't go on TikTok or YouTube very often and post my ideas and what I think. I usually just give the news because, let's be frank, people don't care what I think, really. I mean, sometimes I think maybe you guys do, like, because we're friends and you're like, okay, well, I'm curious what Brad thinks about this. Like, what's his reaction on it? Like, I get that because I do that with other people. But for the most part, nobody gives a crap what I think. And why should you? You know, I'm just a rando dude. I get stuff wrong all the time. Well, you also have this taking place allegedly. This is somewhat of a breaking news, correct? We're on the 19th. Yeah, this is breaking news like 5 minutes ago. FCC Chairman Brendan Carr says it may be worthwhile to investigate whether ABC's The View is violating broadcast rules following Jimmy Kimmel's suspension. We covered this, a few months ago? Sometimes I say a few months ago. It turned out to be a year ago. I think there's a huge case, and this was also echoed by Benny Johnson. I think a lot of these people on these legacy outlets like ABC that we all get for free and always have, I think they have a breach of contract here. I think the contracts that they signed like 100 years ago, I think they've all breached it. So Carr argued that the left-leaning talk show could be violating the commission's equal time rule. And this is what I'm talking about, which requires broadcasters to provide equal opportunity to all political candidates except for a bona fide news show. I think they've been breaking this for quite a long time, and nobody's done anything about it. Quite frankly, I don't think people I don't even think they knew it was a thing. I think they forgot about it because this has been going on for, I mean, how long have we known for it, you guys? 15 years, maybe 20? Something along there. I would say 20 years. This has been going, at least that I know of. I mean, some of you have been around longer than me, but I really caught wind of it probably going back to like Barack Obama's time, when we like 07, 08 era. Could be. That's like saying the Titanic could be taking on water. It's starting to smell like North Korea in here, or what? FCC eyeing The View, risks speech clampdown, Kimmel suspension suffices. FCC eyeing the View risk speech clampdown. This person doesn't get it. This is again. It's a lot of this stuff in life is not hard to understand. It doesn't matter if it's speech clampdown. If you are not following the rules, then you don't get to do and get that speech. If you're not doing equal time, then you don't just get to use a free platform. ABC doesn't pay for all this stuff. I mean, they pay for The View, but they don't have to pay for like the network itself to broadcast it. Like, you're not paying somebody like Fox News pays somebody. So yeah, you don't just get to go spew your propaganda for free everywhere and have hold of that and get away with it. Yeah, no, that doesn't fly. I'm sorry, that doesn't fly. You don't just get to do free speech left and right on ABC, CBS, NBC, all these outlets here because you got a contract 100 years ago that you promised you're going to do something and then you don't do it. And then you basically just spread a bunch of nonsense daily to a bunch of people that aren't able to actually, read between the lines on things or look past it or do their own research. Oh, because Whoopi Goldberg that actually did a couple movies back in the 80s. I got to listen to her. Or Joy Behar, a failed comedian. Oh, or like I don't need to go on. You guys get it. You guys really, really get it. If you are enjoying the show, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If you're kind of wondering, this guy has a lot of energy in the morning. Like, how does he do it? Like, what's in that mug? Well, let me tell you what's in that mug, you guys. I got it right here for you. We drink 1775 coffee. And if you still haven't tried 1775 coffee, what are you doing? Now's your shot. Now's your time, baby. The 1775 starter kit has dropped. Again, we talked about these 1,000 units. You got to get yours because they go fast. You're getting the bold dark roast that hits hard. That's what I love. Oh my, let me take it. I'm going to take a sip of it. 1 second. Oh, it's so good. Really. I love the dark roast. I know Jerry and others are buying the medium roast. You guys like that. You have it sent to your doorstep. The Vitality mushroom coffee for clean energy and laser focus, no crash, meaning you're not going to end up like Joe Biden. You're going to be sharp as a tack. You're going to have as much energy as Donald Trump does. All single origin, small batch, toxin free, mold free, which is a big deal. Plus, you're also getting, and I love this, in this deal that you are getting, you're getting a freaking gold spoon like Donald Trump. You're going to feel like Donald Trump because freedom isn't scooped with plastic, and Donald Trump would never dare to scoop anything with plastic. It's all gold, baby. A frother strong enough to stir up your coffee and your mother-in-law's opinions, which we love. And I know you're like, there's more, cheese bread. 1775 tumbler. And we all love drinking from a tumbler. That's $170 worth of coffee and gear for yours for $99. And it's a great gift idea, by the way, for a friend or family member. Again, Christmas is coming up. The holidays are coming up. A gift basket with a bunch of 1775 coffee, patriotic gear with ball brats up. It's great. It's great. This is the ones who've been watching 1775 blow up on Rumble, wondering if it's actually worth it. Well, spoiler, it is. We drink it here. The 1775coffee.com. That's 1775coffee.com. Code STUDIO, all caps, and grab your starter kit before they're gone. These things go fast, folks. They keep releasing it because they're going so fast. They're making probably a killing off of it. Bold beans, clean fuel, and morning routine that stands right for something just like Rumble does. Love it. We drink it here. That's how we wake up in the morning. If you don't drink coffee, what are you doing? Start drinking coffee now. All righty. Well, you have this. Senate Democrats blasted for taking it in the neck comment about small businesses, calculated violent rhetoric. I told you this is what they do. They use and weaponize free speech. They know what they're doing. Some of them are idiots, but some of them aren't idiots. This is the crap they pull. So here's Mazie Hirono, once again, of Hawaii. If you're curious on Mazie Hirono, this is the one that asked Kash Patel, are you making women do pull-ups in the FBI? Kash is like, yeah, you're chasing down bad guys. You should probably be able to do a pull-up since you're going to probably be hopping fences chasing after these people. I just think that's harsh. I think that's harsh because there's physical differences between men and women, right? And Kash Patel gave that weird look. Some of you are like, I don't remember that. Hold on a second. Oh, we gotta watch it. Mazie Hirono. Kash. We'll watch the clip again because it's short. It's bonkers.
You know, you've been asked some questions about changes to your hiring standard, and including college degrees and possibly the age. But you know, one question I had is.
Jesus. One question I had was, fuck, it's in here somewhere. These people they don't have a damn clue what's going on. This is how they run government. They just show up. They don't have an actual F. What the hell's going on?
That you are now requiring applicants to be able to do a certain kind of pull-ups, which a lot of women cannot because of physiological differences. Are you requiring these kinds of pull-ups?
We are requiring a physical program at BFTC at Quantico because FBI agents carrying guns in the field have to chase down bad guys and do really hard work. The physical fitness standards of those agents
are you requiring
appropriately
these
assessed.
kinds of pull-ups?
We are requiring everybody to pass the 1811 standards at BFTC. If you want to chase down a bad guy and put him in handcuffs, you better be able to do a pull-up.
The reason I ask is that...
All right, well, we don't care the reason why you ask. It's a stupid question. So, well, she comes out now and spoke out against the Trump administration's tariffs on Thursday, just yesterday, declaring that small businesses, take this, small businesses are taking it in the neck with these tariffs, and then stood firmly behind her comment after Small Business Administrator Kelly Loeffler accused her of calculated violent rhetoric. This is disgraceful comment, is shocking, even by your own low standards, Mazie Hirono. Fair trade isn't the problem. Your calculated violent rhetoric is. It's evil and beneath the office. There's no point, honestly, there's almost no point in even commenting on what Mazie Hirono said, because I swear, I don't even think she's all there. I think she's just like Joe Biden. I don't think she has a clue. I'm not even so sure she's the one that came up with that. As probably a staffer, and she's just like a puppet, right? Can I get another glass of whiskey? Yeah, sure. 'Cause she sounded so drunk in this clip right here. She sounded so wasted. She couldn't even read correctly. She had to adjust her glasses like, holy fuck. There's just one sentence on the paper. She's acting like there's a bunch of sentences, right? It's probably in like 20 bold font for her to see. She's like, push-ups? What? Push-ups or pull-ups? Are we talking about Joe Biden's diaper? You're right. I should have been more direct. Small businesses are getting effed by your disastrous tariffs. It's so funny how all of a sudden they care about small businesses, but they don't care about when they increase minimum wage on small businesses, do they? I love it. It's incredible. I love it how small businesses, their margins are already really small. Mind you, it used to be 80% of businesses in the United States, 20 employees or less, was almost all the businesses in the United States, about 80% of businesses. So when they start increasing your taxes on businesses, corporate tax, all of a sudden, yeah, oh, we'll give you the double middle finger, but now she cares about you guys. Oh, I understand now. Gotcha. Oh. Yeah, the tariffs are the ones that doing them in. Yeah. Not the you allowing illegal immigrants to just have no paperwork on the side of the road, opening up taco stands left and right, burrito stands, putting out, towels and selling all these t-shirts where they don't have to pay rent, electricity, insurance, all that stuff. Yeah, they get away with that. But God forbid you got a health insurance coming in or a health guy inspector. Oh, we're going to close your ass down today. You guys aren't meeting the requirements. All the while, there's a freaking illegal selling shit off the freaking pan of his ass. Hell, I don't know, off the hood of his car. He's literally running the vehicle and he's flipping patties on his hood. The vehicle is overheating, right? And then the guy, the health inspector, will actually buy a taco or burger or burrito from that guy after writing you up right there in your freaking business or restaurant. But I'd like to point out, the same people that are for increasing minimum wage, which eats your margins, which ends up closing small businesses because they want a $15 minimum wage in middle America, which is different than the coastal areas. Yeah, they all of a sudden care. Oh my God, I love it. These people. And the Democrats will buy into this like, oh my God, what a hero she is. Mazie, you love small businesses, don't you? She couldn't run a small business if she tried. She's an idiot. She couldn't read from a piece of paper. I mean, doesn't that tell you everything you need to know? And it's not like it just hasn't happened just once or twice. She is known to just be an idiot. And I would call that straight to her face. I mean, I'd probably be nice to her to begin with, but then somebody around her has to tell her because she lives in a bubble. She's probably not dumb about everything. She probably knows something. I don't know what, but I'm really thinking here. I'm trying. I'm really trying, you guys. Oh, geez. E.T., settle down. I love it. E.T. says Joe Biden's poopy diaper sounds like a lefty's name on YouTube. Oh, baby. Oh, hold on. Some of you missed it. Okay, we're going to read that again because it's so damn true. Hold on a second. Let me wet my whistle. I talk all day, you guys, for a living. So literally I talk from basically 6 a.m. till about 3, 4 o'clock. And then sometimes we talk some more, so I got to keep my throat clean. Oh, that's, oh boy. Okay, so E.T. said this again. I'm going to play it again. Joe Biden's poopy diaper sounds like a lefty's name on YouTube. Oh, we have the best community. Oh boy. Yeah, I might go live Sunday for Charlie Kirk's memorial if they do stream it. We will be live for that if it does happen. Alrighty, well, we have this here. Trump administration finds, whoa. Hello. I didn't even read this. I just pulled up this article because I saw Tom Homan. Trump administration finds 25,000 migrant kids lost by Biden admin. God, so terrible. I know. How could these fascists, right, these racists, find 25,000 children? Puh, they're just spitting on them. Wow. Okay, so the Trump administration has located roughly 25,000 migrant children who crossed the border alone and were lost under the Biden administration's, and the border czar Tom Homan found them. So during President Joe Biden's time in office, I can't. Joe Biden lost roughly 320,000 migrant kids that went unaccounted for after they were released into the United States to poorly vetted sponsors. Margaret Brennan, we all saw her. Everybody's vetted, right? You saw that. You saw that smug smirk on her face. They're all vetted, right? You all saw that. Don't make me play it again because I don't want to listen to Margaret Brennan right now. All right, I got to play it again. Damn it, you guys. I got to do it. Margaret Brennan, JD Vance. Now I got to pull it up. That smugness.
We cannot.
I think this one was it. We're going to play it really quick.
Well, Margaret, I don't agree that all these immigrants or all these refugees have been properly vetted. In fact, we know that there are cases of people who allegedly were properly vetted and then were literally planning terrorist attacks on our country. That happened during the campaign, if you may remember. So clearly not all of these foreign nationals
but there are
have been properly
30,000
vetted.
people in the pipeline, Afghan refugees.
But my primary
Do you stand
concern
by it?
as the vice president, Margaret, is to look after the American people. And now that we know that we have vetting problems with a lot of these refugee programs, we absolutely cannot unleash thousands of unvetted people into our country.
These people
it's
are
not
vetted.
good.
These people are vetted.
Just like the guy who planned a terrorist attack in Oklahoma a few months ago, he was allegedly properly vetted. And many people in the media and the Democratic Party said that he was properly vetted. Clearly he wasn't. I don't want my children to share a neighborhood with people who are not properly vetted. And because I don't want it for my kids, I'm not going to force any other American citizens' kids to do that either.
No, and that was a very particular case. It wasn't clear if he was radicalized when he got here.
A lot of you been with me for years. When I do impressions of people, it's because I've seen them. And so when I was like, they're vetted, did I not hit that perfectly? Did I not mimic Margaret Brennan, who I was just talking about, perfectly? Because we can't show you every clip of these people. We don't have enough hours. We don't have enough showtime here. No, they were vetted. Yeah. This is how this is the crap. Like I said, gentlemen, kiss your wife today because they don't act like this. I hope not. God forbid. If you have a woman that acts like this, the condescending tone, they were vetted. No, they were vetted. Yeah. And talks to you like you're an idiot, right? They talk down to you. Oh, you stupid piece of shit. Oh, really? That's dude, everybody sees that in the chat, right? All the patriots in the chat, you guys see that, correct? Dude, it drives me up a wall. It really, because they know what they're doing. And that's why Greg Gutfeld told what's-her-face, enough with the bullshit, because we all see through the bullshit. Well, during President Joe Biden's office, right, 320,000 migrant kids were lost. Notice the media never asks those questions. Do you notice that we've covered the White House press briefings legitimately for almost 5 years now? I don't think I've seen a single question in 5 years almost asking about these, well, where's these children at and what's going on with all these guys that are basically raping and murdering our children? Like, what's happening to them? Can we get some follow-ups on these people? There's never been a question. You will have the White House press secretary legitimately showing images of guys that have allegedly raped children, women, beheaded them, killed them, done insanely evil things. And they'll show like 15 of these people. And then the media, right when she's done talking, goes, yeah, what kind of damage is Donald Trump's tariffs having on the economy? It's like, were you missing the pictures of the illegal immigrants that were just brutally raping a bunch of little girls? You don't maybe want to follow up on that one? Maybe ask some questions here? Curiosity, like, are they okay? What is that guy? Is he in jail yet? Is he prosecuted? Hey, you talked about some guys about a few months ago, like maybe 6 months ago when you came in office. Can we get some follow-ups on boom, 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 these guys' names maybe? Like, what's happening? How are the kids okay? Is the wife okay? Like, no, of course not. No. Caroline? Thank you. So Donald Trump has a thing on his hand. Is he dying? This is stuff they get, right? This is what they're doing. Caroline, do you think that Donald Trump's rhetoric needs to be toned down? As there's still pictures of guys behind them that did heinous crimes to women and children. And in some cases, murdered people. No follow-up, no curiosity, no what's going on. No follow-up, no questions on this right here. The 320,000 children. Like, hey, Caroline, is there any clarification? I don't know, how the fuck you lose 320,000 people? It's pretty tough to do. I've really never seen it. Like, I mean, I've seen thousands of people be deleted before because of crazy dictators, but never seen somebody lose 320,000 people. While some of the children were fine and hiding with their parents because they didn't want to be deported, many others were in sex trafficking and found in forced labor. Oh, well, sorry, that answers it. Maybe they already knew the answer. They just didn't want to bring it up because it reveals the narrative that the progressive left are terrible at governing, and so is the Democrat Party. So again, for those that missed it, some were fine, but many others, quote, were in sex trafficking and found in forced labor. Oh, yeah, but don't worry. They're going to stand up for you and small businesses and the American people. The Democrat Party's for you, the working man and the family man, and just the families in general. The nuclear family, the Democrat Party's for. But they'll remember how. Hold on a second. Remember how we were all accused, specifically Donald Trump, of tearing children from their parents' arms. How could you do it, you sick bastard? You're tearing families apart. Just that right. We're going to highlight that right there. Just that one paragraph. You lost, you shitheads, not you patriots. Of course I would never talk to you like that. The Democrat Party in Congress, you guys lost 320,000 children to sex trafficking and forced labor. Okay? They were enslaved to work ungodly hours, not going to school, not being paid, being abused. So not only were you ripping children from their parents' arms under Joe Biden, but you psychos went a step further and actually allow these children to be sold off into sex slavery, sex trafficking, and forced labor conditions, meaning slavery. It speaks for itself. But don't worry, Donald Trump's the bad guy. Oh, he's so bad. Finding children, saving lives, cleaning up cities. We live in such an ass backwards timeline. I don't know when we stepped in this, but for some reason, when you destroy your city like Gavin Newsom does, And Karen Bass or Mayor Lori Lightfoot, the predecessor of Brandon Johnson over there in Chicago. If you destroy cities, that's the right thing to do nowadays. Yeah, have people shit all over your sidewalks, right? Pee all over your business, your restaurants, allow illegals to run roughshod, open up businesses on the side of the street while you have to follow all the laws and regulations for your business that's in brick and mortar store. Yeah, all that stuff is fine. But then when you try to get law enforcement to clean up the city so there is no people just taking shits everywhere, homeless defecating all over the place, doing drugs, making sure your kid doesn't have to step on needles for just going to school, putting criminals actually behind bars for a long time. That's the wrong thing to do. You are a fascist if you clean up the streets, which is the main objective of the executive branch, is to execute the laws on the books. Wow. Unbelievable, I know. The guy's doing what he was hired to do, clean up the streets. It's like when people get upset with cops for pulling them over, it's like, yeah, that's literally what they're hired to do. They're literally hired to enforce the law. So if you broke the law, you're getting upset for somebody doing the job. But people don't like personal responsibility. Okay? You're targeting me because I'm black. You're coming after me because I drive a shitty car. My car's shitty, by the way, so that's why I'm saying it. But it gets me from point A to point B. I'm not looking to impress anybody. But anyways, that's the show, folks. Hopefully you had a good day. And well, I got nothing else for you. We do have a donation tab at baldbrad.com. If you haven't headed over there yet, please head over to baldbrad.com. It's not a hard site to remember. Bald and then Brad. And then if up here it's a donation, again, we always rely on donations here because we don't make really any money off YouTube. You can donate, and I get 97% of these proceeds, by the way. That's why a lot of you are starting to use the website, which thank you, by the way. I get 97% of the money that you send here. YouTube takes like 30%, some crazy amount of money. So don't send your money through YouTube. Send your money through Bald Brad, because you can do custom amount. One-time donation, weekly, monthly. So some of you do your monthly donations through the site. Appreciate you. And again, if you want me to reveal your name when you donate, let me know and I'll do that. I want to make sure, because a lot of people are doing this through the website, and I want to make sure you get your shout out in the chat, but makes me a little nervous only because there's psychos out there, and I only see your real name. I don't see your screen name. So I'm hesitant to start shouting people out. And some people do write in, don't mention me. I don't want to get a shout out. So appreciate everybody that contributes to the show. Thank you for everybody that just watches. That's all I can ask of you. And thanks for hanging out. Thanks for allowing me to hang out with you. Pray for this country. Pray for Donald Trump. We'll probably be back here Sunday for Charlie Kirk's memorial, meaning pray for Charlie Kirk and his family. Pray for him, because now hopefully he is in the heavens doing the Lord's work up there. And I'll see you later here on the Bald Brad Show. Take care, Patriots.